We're live. Alright. I wonder if there's somewhere else I could put this. That's what she said. Oh. Yeah. God damn it. Wish I had figured this out. Fuck it. We're staying there. Fuck it. Oh, okay. Get the music ready. Itchy nose. Jesus. Who's all up in here right now? Who's creeping up in my stream right now? Got my hazelnut coffee. Not as fancy as fucking, you know, Naughty Beats with his literal hazelnut coffee. Mine's only, you know, dark roast coffee with some hazelnut whitener. Fancy. Like, how do you even make coffee beans hazelnut? It doesn't make sense to me. Morning, Dean Wild. Stay Blessed Productions. I actually just finished watching, oh, for fuck's sakes. Just finished watching the Stay Blessed Productions episode, the newest one. I had to grab my phone so I could answer you. TV. Oh, yeah. Any folks that are watching this on, like, their TV, like, through a PS3, PS4, whatever, I don't think you have the ability to comment. You have to be watching on your phone or, like, on the laptop. But you could always just open this on your phone and just, like, pause it so it's not running. And you can open the chat that way so you can still, like, chat and everything and have it playing on the TV. So there we go. Yeah, for sure. I watch all the episodes. Damn, that's louder than I was expecting. There we go. I just need you in the background a little bit there. Reminds me of some, like, scene from Blade. That's the one I'm gonna go with next. Alright. We got some folks in here. Let's get the shit underway. Get to the notes. Morning. Oh, you know what? We'll do this one classic. Morning coffee, morning coffee, morning coffee with Juvy, bitch. I mean that in the nicest way, though. Feel it in your bones, people. This is too, like, techno-y for me. Oh, shit. That's like some Double Dragon music. That's what's up. Okay. Let's get to the show notes in my handy-dandy notebook. Yeah, let's start with that. So I've been on a fucking huge Sia kick lately. You know what? We gotta turn this way the fuck down here. There we go. So I've been on, like, a huge Sia kick, like the singer. And, like, I don't know, like, her radio, it's one of those things where, like, the radio songs are good, but if you actually go and, like, listen to, like, other songs by her, man, like, she's got, like, a different kind of voice, you know what I mean? And, like, I don't know. Right, I'm on a super fucking Sia kick right now. Yeah, Dean. Right now, honestly, like, two of my favorite songs by her is Reaper, like the Grim Reaper. It's just called Reaper, and then Alive. Those are two dope ass songs. 1 Million Bullets is actually, her Carpool Karaoke. I'll talk about that in a sec. 1 Million Bullets, that's also a really good song. So yeah, that Carpool Karaoke thing. I was a fan of Sia before I had seen that and everything. But obviously with that, it's like, you know, it's kind of, for lack of a better term, it's kind of like an acoustic set. You know what I mean? Like, they have the music playing through the speakers, but then, like, that's actually her singing. So when I could hear that she, like, could do everything she does on a song, like, she sounds like she does on a song, I was, that shit, like, blew me away. Because, like, if there's one thing that can always give me goosebumps or, like, strike some sort of emotion in me, it's a good singer. And, like, I don't know, the carpool karaoke, when, like, you could actually hear her without, like, you know, the studio mixing and everything, like, we hear the final product. But with that, when you actually get to, like, hear her voice, like, yeah, I was like, I won me over even more. But check out Reaper and Alive, because those are 2 dope-ass songs. So that's done. Mucho bueno. Okay. So there's one thing in my life that always keeps coming back around. There's like just this one goal that one day I will accomplish, but my own action figure. For the folks that catch this after, if you're not familiar, I got a lot of action figures. Excuse me. Ooh, coffee came back on me. But yeah, I collect a lot of different action figures. Oh shit, this is live. Let's move around here. Dun, da, da, da. This is for all the folks after that catch it, because I know a lot of you other folks are familiar. All in here, I got like my little guys, my Crow, Predator, Uruk-hai from Lord of the Rings, Rambo, Freddy, Robocop. That's on my oddities. Powerful Max. Rest in paradise. Sorry for stuttering on that one. My Star Wars shelf. Wish the lighting was better. And this is kind of like my ragtag of, like, action figures. Oh, we can switch the camera. Hold on. I'm still learning. Yeah, this has, like, fucking Dragon Ball Z, DC guys, Marvel guys. Just random figures that I just thought were cool. Repainted him to look like kind of like a samurai Batman. Oh, and look who we have. Cable. That's cool. Oh. Mini Fett. Well, yeah. So, as far as like action figures, I want to, like, for the longest time, I've wanted to somehow figure out how to, like, make my own or get my own made, you know what I mean? Because I don't think I could do it, because I have way too many tattoos. Like, I know I'd fuck up somehow. But yeah, no bad connections. No bad connections. Alright, we had a bad connection for a second there. But, yeah, I just... lately, that action figure bug has been biting me again. So I want to try and figure this out. I don't know. I don't know, like, it'd be cool, obviously, if, like... I don't know, even if somebody out there, like, they made, like, action figures or whatever, because that'd be cool. Because, like, so far what I've found around Barrie is, like, people will, like, scan you with, like, a 3D printer, and then it's just kind of, like, chilling. But I think it'd be cool to have one that's actually, like, articulated. But beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosers. I don't know. I just fucking... my own action figure. It's gotta happen one day. I'm gonna make it happen. By the powers vested in me, folks. By the powers vested in me. Okay. Let's deal with this. Hold on. Okay. So, we're going to get into some McGregor talk. I apologize for the folks that aren't into this. Ones that catch it after, I'm sure they'll skip ahead. Either way. So, Conor McGregor had a sparring partner brought in. Two-time world champ, Paulie Malignaggi. Lately, Paulie has been in the headlines and everything, talking kind of like a lot of smack about Conor, saying, you know, like the place he put him in was like basically a crack house, and same with all the rest of the training partners. Like, it was a shitty neighborhood, a shitty house. Like, Conor just, it was like, I don't know. He's been saying a lot. He's kind of like, a lot of people feel he's been coming off a little bitter from the sparring sessions or whatever. And either way, just a lot of people have asked me to give my thoughts on this, so I'm going to. Honestly, I don't even, like, Paulie, even today, it all came to, like, what I thought it was going to. So, in December, I want to say, of 2016, Paulie Malignaggi went off for, like, 2 minutes, saying, like, you know, I could go in the boxing ring with Conor on all fours and kick his ass. I could have ankle weights on him, one hand tied behind my back, and I could beat him. Like, the cameraman, like, he literally said, like he wouldn't stand a chance against a cameraman in a boxing ring. So, leading up to, like, even, like, on the press tour for Mayweather-McGregor, for, like, the world tour stops they did, people would ask Conor, like, what he thought about all that. And he said, you know, yeah, we're going to bring Paulie in, and he's going to have to pay for what he says. Like, he talked a lot of shit, and, like, he's going to have to answer for all of that. So, Paulie saw all of this and thought, oh, maybe he's just trying to hype the fight or whatever. Which I don't even understand, because Conor and Paulie are never going to fight. That doesn't make sense. The only reason that Floyd and Conor make sense is because of, like, the level of stardom and popularity of both fighters. So, like, I guess Paulie didn't take it seriously, but even in, like, the Showtime episode, Conor said, like, we're going to bring him in, and trust me, like, this isn't a sparring match. This is going to be a fight. So whatever happened, like, in there, I guess, like, they went 2 sparring sessions. Paulie said he got Conor got the better of him in the first one. The second one, I don't know, the way he describes it, it's like Conor was, like, better in the first 5 rounds, and then from, like, 6 to 10, Paulie got the better, and then 11 and 12 went to Conor. So technically, if we're going by that description, that'd be a decision towards Conor. And that's with the 2-time world champ. To hang in there for both times with the 2-time world champ and give him trouble, like, come on, like, we can't say that Conor's like a slouch with boxing anymore. But it's one of those things, like, so today this all comes to a head, and Paulie's like, oh, I didn't read the article fully, so forgive me if I am misinformed on this. But I believe, like, Paulie was talking about trying to have a potential boxing match with Conor after he's done with Floyd. And that's not gonna happen. I don't see that happening. Conor already feels like he dealt with, like, the situation. He said, you know, you talked a lot of shit, we're gonna bring you in, you're gonna answer for that. And that's it, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't. Oh, I'm gonna just tilt that so we're not getting so much of a glare from the light there. So it's one of those things, like, for Paulie to, like, keep going on these, like, basically a press tour. And, like, don't get me wrong, I have a lot of respect for Paulie Malignaggi. He's a 2-time world champ, like I've said. And it's just one of those things, like, to go on, like, this whole press tour and say, like, you know, Conor put his, like, training partners in crack houses and all this shit. But then Conor's I believe his boxing coach, Coach Roddy, if you go watch those vlogs, he shows the house they're staying in, and if that's what's considered a crack house, then fuck. Like, man, I wish those kind of fucking crackheads lived in my neighborhoods as a kid. Like, that's a nice house. Like, it's a nice house, folks. You know, like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to say that Paulie's, like, lying, but I don't want to say that he's bitter about the situation. I don't know how he's feeling about it. I don't know everything, obviously, that happened in that gym. But it's like, my take on this is Paulie, I don't know, maybe he wants to fight Conor, like, in a boxing ring, like, in an actual match or something like that. I don't know what reasons for, but leave it alone, man. Honestly, like, it's not, I don't ever see that happening. Even, like, I don't know, even as far as, like, the UFC goes, like, if Conor decides to come back and fight Khabib or, like, fight Tony Ferguson, whatever, like, it's not going to be, those fights are going to be a drop because of Conor. Like, let's be honest about those. So I don't know. My whole take on this situation is, I don't think Paulie should have gone on this press tour, kind of, like, talking bad about the whole camp and everything, especially when, like, vlogs are being put out and it's kind of, like, showing otherwise. So I don't know. It's just, it comes off weird, especially, like, from a 2-time world champ. Like, I don't know. it comes off weird to see him on this weird like press tour, kind of like talking a lot of like smack and everything about whatever happened. So I don't know. 'Tis not my business though. I'm asked about these topics and I give my opinion. That's it. Okay. Oh, last show note. Let's catch a breather here, folks. Excuse me. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned it on the channel. I started watching this new show on Netflix called Hell on Wheels. It's really dope, actually. I've only seen the first couple episodes, but like within the first couple minutes, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be my kind of show. But it takes place like right after, I believe, like the Civil War, when it was like the North and South, like in the States or whatever, were fighting. I believe, I don't remember. Honestly, I'm Canadian, so I don't know like everything they were fighting about. I'm pretty like, I feel like the Civil War was like half of them wanted to keep slavery, half of them didn't. So I don't know. I guess it's kind of like it deals either way. It deals with like that weird time gap like after that where like slavery has been ended, but like it's kind of still like a weird area. Like it's really like there's still a lot of tension. People are still obviously angry and everything. So like yeah, it's in that weird like kind of time period. But the one main character, he's kind of like something happens with his wife, and he ends up at this like little town, basically like this little working station. I don't know what to call it, to be honest. But yeah, and he's kind of like searching for revenge and shit. The rapper Common, he's in it, and he's not bad in it. I don't mind him. But yeah, it's a good show. I did not do it justice with that fucking description. That sucked. But go check it out. It's a good one. But not if you're uncomfortable with like, you know, era appropriate racism. Racism is never appropriate, but you know what I mean. For those times, that's what people were fucking doing. I don't know. I feel like I could have worded it better, but fuck it. We move on. Let's not dwell on it. Okay. So, I've been presented with a fucking problem, folks. Okay, so I'm going to pose a question here. I believe it was the last morning coffee, I was talking kind of like about the show Confederate, that people don't want made because it's like, you know, what if, again, I think it's what if the South had won? Whoever was fighting to keep slaves, like what if they had won? It was exploring that possibility, which we went into, but it's just like, it's my point for that one was, if we can make art and film and all that about, you know, what if the Nazis had won, or what if the Russians had won the Cold War, obviously Nazis being World War II, I don't know, like we can explore those, but if it's the real possibility that what if slavery never ended, then that gets a lot of people kind of like more fired up and everything because of just that topic on its own. And I don't like, it's one of those things like I don't think things shouldn't be made just because it makes you uncomfortable. I don't know. I've had people message me or whatever because they feel some of the imagery or whatever like that I used in short films was kind of like, you know, I don't want to say blasphemous, but like, I don't know, maybe they felt like it was devil influenced or whatever, but it went against their beliefs, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's just one of these things. So like, okay, so like if you're afraid of clowns or spiders or whatever, like do you think you should be able to tell an artist like you can't paint that, or you know, tell a filmmaker like you can't make this just because you're scared of something? I don't know. I was seeing a lot of things online, and it was just one of the, like, this really like kind of struck with me because it kind of raised that question where it's like, if you're afraid of something, and a movie is made about it or a painting is made about it, really you have two choices. One, you can just avoid it and not deal with it, or you can try and experience it. Now when you try and experience it, now you have more options, because you can either watch it and be upset and outraged because this person is, you know, taking something you're afraid of and what you might feel is like exploiting it or using it for fame, whatever. Or you can like basically look at that painting every day, or, you know, fucking watch that movie as much as you can until it just like it's just a regular thing for you, and in a way using that art to conquer your fear. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think people like understand enough today that like nowadays, I guess. I don't mean this for all people. Obviously, I'm speaking in a generalization. But I think a lot of people don't understand, like, just because you yourself are afraid of something or uncomfortable with something doesn't mean that other people are. And it doesn't mean that like other people even have the same experience with anything regarding that, you know what I mean? Your situation is not everybody's situation, basically. And I don't know. I just think if we kind of, I guess, to repeat myself a little bit, but if it's one of those things where like just because we're afraid of something, we fear something, we like refuse to have it made, like, I don't know, what the fuck are we doing? Are we just gonna keep making romantic comedies and shit? Like, aren't there people who are afraid of being in relationships? Well, can't have romantic comedies then. Bam. Indoor hat for the wind, good sir. Indoor hat for the wind. Take you to places that you've never been. But yeah, I don't know. It's fucking, I don't know. I feel like it's like, I don't know, at the risk of sounding like an asshole at this, or a dick, whatever, I feel like it's like super selfish, fucking, top of the morning, good sir. I think it's like super selfish to like tell an artist or filmmaker or whatever, like they can't use their like medium of art to create something just because you're afraid of it. Just because you're afraid of it. You can't tell an artist like, okay, you have to stay within this tiny box now. Because now what you're doing is basically, think about it like this, okay? If you, like, an artist, like, an idea will hit them, and they want to execute that idea, whether it's a painting of a clown or a short film about, like, spiders and shit, or whatever it is. Like, excuse me. It's one of those things, like, if they're making those things and fuck, I've totally lost my train of thought here. I hate when that happens. God damn it. Ah, fuck it. No bueno, folks. You got brain trauma or something. Yeah, I'm never gonna get that thought back. God damn it. I don't know, just fuck it. Oh, yeah, I got it. Haha, okay, so, when an artist or anything gets like an idea in their mind, like that's what they want to execute. Whether it's a short film of spiders, a painting of a clown, like that's what's on their mind. You know what I mean? And then when somebody says like, oh, you can't make that because I'm scared of it, or you can't make that because I'm uncomfortable with it. When you put them in that box, you're trapping them in that box with that idea. Because now all they want to make is that thing. You know what I mean? Because, I don't know, maybe it's also one of those things that, like, before the art is even made, it's like, invoking some, like, reaction from you. You know what I mean? Whether that's emotional or whatever. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if it makes it like drive something more where it's like, okay, I'm already getting like an emotional reaction from this and it hasn't been made. Like, I have to make this now to see what happens. Or it's like I said, you like trap the artist with that idea and it's like, well, fuck, like this is all I want to do now. Like, this is all I can think about. So, I don't know. All the folks out there that like to get uncomfortable and like I guess like say like, oh, somebody can't do this or do that because like, you know, somebody might be uncomfortable with it or someone might be afraid of it. I don't know. By doing that, you're actually making your problem worse because, like I said, you're trapping the artist with that idea and making them spend all day with that idea, and that's all they want to make at the end. You know what I mean? They don't have any other thing like they want to focus on now. It's weird. Zero knows. Oh, he knows. Zero knows all. Zero knows all, sir. Alright. What the fuck's been going on, hooligans? Let's take a breather here. I'm out of show notes anyway, so. Ha! And Jacob, just in case you're wondering, this is live, good sir. So when this is over, you'll have to catch it, or you can rewind. I don't know if it'll click off on you, though. All, and yet knows nothing. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like we all have those moments where we, like, feel like a super genius, but then, like, at the same time, we're like, I don't know shit. Never know, though. Who knows? Alright. Thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye. Oh, shit. Almost a half an hour. I love the morning coffee streams, folks. And I love the feedback I've been getting from them, too. Because, I don't know, it'd be super awkward if I'm chilling here and every time it's just me talking to nobody. You can't see me, but our coffee sips were synced. Man. You know what I mean? It's all in there. Like, our minds are like this. Alright, not like a lesbian scissor scene, but fuck it. You know what I mean. Man, some of these folks got a fuck... greatest of minds. Yeah. Folks. People are jumping in now at half an hour. Well, alright. Jump in the chat if you guys are, if you can. We'll talk for a bit. We'll chat. I still got coffee left, so. Oh, Ninja Turtle. That didn't even focus. Some bullshit. Oh man, that's one fucking thing. Just remembered it. I put up a little Joker Fett video yesterday. And now I've been asked if it was like a sneak peek to something. Obvious, like, I don't know. Oh, dude, Domino has a negative color scheme. Oh, from Deadpool? Yeah, like, I don't know. Things change. Yeah, from so, like, in the comics and shit, Domino is, like, fucking super pale white, and it's a black circle around her eye, black hair. I don't know the actress's name that's playing Domino in this, but I know she's a black actress, and basically they just flipped it. So instead of the skin being pale white, her skin is, like, she's a black lady, but I actually, honestly, I said it before, I like the look. It's basically switched. So like she has, instead of like a black circle around, she has like a white circle going around her eye. I don't know. Think about it. Are all dominoes white? Some dominoes are black with the white dots. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people are freaking out about it, and I don't know. I don't fucking get it. If we were really gonna freak out about it, it's like, really, the only person that's 100%, like, I guess comic accurate in a way is Deadpool. You know, we saw him cut his own hand off and all that shit. Like, he has the humor, the killing, all that. But you know, Cable, like, Josh Brolin looks awesome as Cable, but like, it's not like he's like this big, like, hulking figure in a way. I don't know. It all just depends on the actress that fits, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. People get mad about stuff in not freaking too much. I couldn't figure out who she was supposed to be. Oh, no. I wasn't saying that you were freaking out, homie. I was just saying, like, I like, a lot of, like, the Cheeto fingers online are like, oh, why is she black? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, man, because that's the actress. But yeah, no, I guess that's just the look that like they kind of went for it. With, I guess like it is a way, like it is one of those things like with somebody who either might not be as familiar, with somebody who either might not be familiar with the comics, or they just like they don't remember Domino like just off the top of their head. When they see those pictures, it's definitely understandable that they'd be like, oh, like who is that supposed to be? You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I've said, like I like the look. I'm really interested to see how she plays with plays off of Deadpool's like banter and humor and everything. I think off of the success with Deadpool 1, and honestly just kind of like how genuine like Deadpool was like to the character as far as like humor and all that shit. I think Deadpool 2 might I don't want to say it's going to outdo the first one, but it might. You never know. It might get fucking extra thumbs up for me just because I don't know. I'm just excited to see Cable finally get some love in the movies, you know what I mean? That's it. Okay. It is time to move it, move it. I have my munchkins downstairs watching King Julian. I have an itch. Okay, I'm gonna get my fucking day started. A little bit more anyway. I gotta get some breakfast in me. Haven't had that yet. And we got a life lessons. The topics post is already up. So, you folks in the episode, I can see you guys floating around there. Hit up my Instagram. You'll see it. It just says topics below. Life lessons with Juvy. Give me your topics. I'm going to be filming that at 3:30 Eastern. So try and get them in before that. And yeah. Thanks for fucking joining me, hooligans. Love doing these things. Wish I was a little bit more awake for this one. Feel like this might have been our roughest one. But there has to be one, folks. There has to be one. Mucho love to you faces. I'll see y'all later for the life lessons. Awkward outros. Awkward outros.